This week we road trip into the heart of Wales. We visit a lost abbey and the world's most romantic castle. More about that and what it means for John's excitement levels later. We also head deep into the middle of the Brecon Beacons where, with no more Google to help us out, we get thoroughly lost. And we visit a waterfall where, well, we also get a little bit lost. But first, we start with a really wonky church. Intrigued? Well, plump up your cushion, open up your screen, lean back and let us take you on part one of our journey through the epic country that is Wales.
We're the Newbys, a family of travellers with big dreams. I'm Tara, this is John, and this year we were joined by our little boy Crusoe. 2020 sent the world for a loop, and it sent us on a journey. Not wanting to waste a single minute or second of it, we embraced van life and travelled to over 20 countries in Europe in our self-converted campervan. With the arrival of Crusoe into the world, our priorities remain the same: to make every moment matter, to take this little family around the world and to teach our children about huge horizons, a life full of opportunity and adventure around every corner.
Even though Wales is just on our doorstep, we set off with genuinely no idea what to expect. Having spotted a few days of wall-to-wall sunshine on the hottest weekend of the year in Wales, we were excited to see where our van venture would take us. First up was a real hidden gem.
Let's go have a look at this church then, shall we? So apparently, this is the wonkiest church John's ever seen.
Come on then. We're going to go and look at a wonky church. I tell you what, even if the wonky church is a bit rubbish, it's really pretty around here, isn't it?
It's absolutely beautiful. I think we found it.
Look at that. Yeah, brilliant. Love it.
Really hard to see on the video how wonky this place is, but it is completely wiggly wonky. It's like sinking into the ground in places. So this is the Church of St. Martin, not to be confused with St. Martin's Church in Hereford, which was where we were headed for a short time.
Quite right. There isn't a straight line in sight on this church. Nowhere to be found.
No, completely brilliant.
You can even just come here for the views. They are incredible.
Wow, it's all wonky on the inside too. So cool, isn't it? Those old beams, my love, isn't it beautiful? And the smell in here is like a really old church. And look at that window, it's completely wonky. It is incredible. It's like half of it has sunk into the ground. So I am standing straight. Look at that window. It's a bit bonkers, really. And come, I'll show you this really sweet little door. Definitely not straight. What I also love about this little church is there's no information about it anywhere. There are no placards with info or, you know, little bits of like bits and bobs.
You can buy a postcard.
You can buy a postcard though, 50p. But what I like is I don't feel like I'm in a tourist place. This just feels like a sweet, really old, quaint, local church. And we just happen to be here as tourists. So, Wikipedia it will be shortly.
The Church of St. Martin has the enviable title of being the most crooked church in Britain, and its 12th century wonky tower leans even further than the world-famous Leaning Tower of Pisa. There's very little recorded history of the church itself, so the reason for its lean and just how long it's been heading sideways is shrouded in mystery and legend. One such legend says that the ancient hills surrounding this place were shrouded in darkness during Christ's crucifixion, and as a result, this church would never ever stand straight.
Look at that. That dude died in 1785, aged 91 years old.
Wow. He was doing well, wasn't he?
1748, aged 73. Dude, we have to move here. People live forever.
So, John's mum told us a really cool fact. She's a historian about why some graves are in like tomb boxes and others have got tombstones. So back in the
Long time ago.
You'll have to remind me. A long time ago. There was a big problem with grave robbers robbing graves for bodies for scientists and anatomatologists
Yeah.
to learn about the human anatomy and to learn about the human body. There was a real short supply of bodies because they used to be able to do their tests on prisoners, but then it became illegal to do that, and then there was a shortage of bodies, and so the grave robbing began. And so if you had enough money, you would pay for your grave to be a big box like that so that they couldn't get at you and take your body for the scientists.
Yeah, because who can lift a slab like that? It's impossible to lift that slab.
Impossible to lift that slab. So this one, impossible to rob from. That one, able to be dug up.
So the bodies in there were safe?
The bodies in there were safe. And then there was an Anatomy Act that was passed, which allowed you to donate your body to science when you died.
Yeah.
And the grave robbing stopped.
But apparently there were dudes going around killing people just to get the bodies.
In the 1600s, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, mental.
There was a big serial murderer going around who was killing people in order to get the bodies because they was worth so much money.
All right, we are negotiating our way out from St Martin's Church. Is it St Martin's Church?
Church of St Martin's.
The Church of St Martin's.
Really important to get that right.
Quite right, yeah, because in Hereford there's a church called St Martin, and you'll end up in the middle of a city instead of in the middle of nowhere. Hopefully the road doesn't get any narrower, otherwise we're going to be in trouble.
You do look like you're in the hedge.
I am. 3 tons, my darling.
I mean, I did eat quite a few of those custard tarts in Portugal.
That's it. I think we're okay. Let's just do it quickly.
Just go quick. It's like taking off a plaster. Yeah, we did it.
There we go.
Maybe that means I can have more custard tarts. Things are getting tighter.
Look at it this side. I tell you what. 3 tons, forget about that. Think more about your waistline.
Yeah.
Check this place out, man. So right next to the church there is a river and a big field with a few people and their caravans. We just pulled into this field and asked the first bloke with his tent, so what's the deal then? Where's the office? And apparently the field is owned by a farmer who may pop down later to take a few quid from us for parking up tonight right here. What a great place. How about that? So, are we going to go paddling?
We've even got a private beach.
Private beach, he says. Brilliant. Love it.
You could say we're making ourselves at home. John's just refashioned the children's swing to accommodate Crusoe's bouncer.
He likes to bounce.
He loves to bounce.
I think that's it. I think he's nailed it. What do you think?
I think it's great. Let's get the boy.
Oh man, I tell you what, it is so nice to be back in the van and cooking again in here. Tonight, we are going to have our favourite chunky vegetable soup. It's a Deliciously Ella recipe. I am completely obsessed with anything Deliciously Ella produces because her food is absolutely delicious. And we're just going to sit on the banks of a river in the middle of a field, in the middle of Wales, and have something good to eat. That is what van life is all about.
Quite right.
Oh,
Crusoe's down here.
Crusoe's got lots of opinions, as usual.
Loads.
John's just informed me that we're hiking 26 miles tomorrow.
No. We don't have to hike that far. I don't think. Anyway, we'll have to check it out first thing in the morning.
I don't think I'm up for a 26-mile hike, my love.
No, I don't think it's that far.
Okay.
So I think the plan tomorrow morning, after we leave this idyllic field next to the river, we're going to drive 6 miles down the road from here. It's going to be another lovely sunny day tomorrow as well. So we're driving 6 miles down the road to a abbey that we think was built in the 1300s. So 700, 800 years ago. Really long time.
Amazing. And apparently there's a pub in the bottom of it.
Yeah, don't know much about it yet. Some dude that we met earlier today told us about it. It's only 6 miles away, so we're going to stop there on the way to the diving board.
The diving board.
Which may or may not be a jolly long walk.
It better not be a jolly long walk. We do a long walk, but not a jolly long walk.
Okay. How long's long?
Like 3 miles. 5 miles. Darling, 26 miles is like back to Shipping Norton. It's really long.
It is long.
26 miles is 24 kilometres. It's like 6 hours.
Yeah.
We have a baby.
Yeah. He's not doing any walking.
Anyway, we will see you tomorrow, and you can see whether or not we are walking 26 miles or 2.
Who's going to win that one?
See you tomorrow. Okie doke. Well, that is coffee had, breakfast eaten, baby asleep. It is time to go.
Let's go.
Let's head off. There's a sheep or two. Welcome to Wales.
There are lots of sheep in Wales.
I mean, there really are a lot of sheep in that field.
There are. 70 quid each a sheep is.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
I know, it's an outrage. I don't think I'll ever eat a sheep again in my life.
I don't think I will either.
70 quid. And we just watched that Jeremy Clarkson's farm show. And Jeremy Clarkson said it costs £1.70p to get a shepherd to shear your sheep. And the wool that comes from it, you can sell for 30p.
Shocking.
It's outrageous.
I can't believe we place such little value on something's life. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Lantony Priory dates back to around the year 1100, when Norman nobleman Walter de Lacy reputedly came upon a ruined chapel of St David in this location, and was inspired to devote himself to solitary prayer and study. These days it's a beautiful stop-off with a coffee shop and pub nestled beneath its ancient arches. Sadly for us, we arrived a little too early and couldn't have anything inside until 10:30 in the morning. So after a gentle amble around the ruins, we were back on our way.
Arrived at last to the car park. It's about 50-minute drive from the Wonky church to the car park where we can get to the diving board. So we get Crusoe out of his jammies and we'll head up for a 154-mile hike. Hopefully we'll manage to get the hike done before lunchtime so that we can go for a pub lunch.
I think this is all terribly ambitious. There's also a little bit of nervousness in the seat of the navigator, which is me. I just put diving board into Google Maps.
Really?
And I'm a bit nervous because the route from here that you're supposed to walk on Google looks a bit dodgy.
Okay, well we like dodgy routes, don't we?
Anyway, let's see how we go.
We have finally managed to get away from the car.
Takes a longer time, love. I've got to feed the baby, change the baby,
Yeah.
get him ready,
Yeah.
put sun cream on him, put
Yeah.
sun cream on me, get us some food.
Okay. So how long do you think the walk's going to be?
I don't know, but I'm a bit nervous.
What about?
And it's going to be long, far.
I think it might be quite far. Let's
Also
see.
pinched John's sunglasses because mine are lost. So it is 11:15 and we're just getting started. I think a pub lunch is ambitious, darling.
Yeah, me too. It looks like a pretty long walk ahead.
It really does. Let's see how far we get anyway, shall we?
So we've done something a little bit silly. We have come into the middle of the Brecon Beacons where there is of course no 4G and we haven't downloaded a proper map. Which isn't very smart, but we are walking along this straight road right now in the general direction of what we think might be the place where we want to get to, but we will certainly see. Other people went that direction. We'll get there. If we don't get there and you don't see this next Sunday, send out a search party.
Yeah, we're somewhere in the Brecon Beacons. Something that I've really loved about our explorations of the UK so far is often when you live in the UK, it feels like there's not really enough space for all of us, and we all kind of live really close together in towns kind of all on top of each other. But it doesn't take much before you find yourself in the most amazing wilderness with the space that's big enough to make you feel humble, like what you feel like you need to travel far away to see. And that's pretty cool. So feeling a bit grateful that we've had the opportunity to explore the UK and start discovering some of these really, really incredible places.
I think that's the walkway up.
I think we found it.
I think we found it.
Using whose directions?
Well done, my darling. So are you looking forward to that zigzag?
Not really.
I know you like zigzag walks.
Yeah, I love it. Let's go. I must admit though, darling, the size of that rock that we've come all this way to see is disappointingly small.
No, it'll be good, it'll be good. Wait till we get to the top, it'll be just fine.
I was expecting like a Trolltunga in Norway type of like diving board.
No.
Oh dear. Okay, well let's go see the tiny rock.
Tiny rocks, he says. Crusoe is a heavy little boy today.
Little dude.
Little dude. Worth it though, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
There it is. The diving board into Wales.
Amazing view, wowzers.
Just about the right length, that walk. I am pleased we are back. What between Crusoe and these very, very crappy shoes, my feet ache.
It is good to be back. I am looking forward to finding somewhere that serves cold drinks.
Me too.
Ah, home sweet home. Good morning from our second day in Wales.
Good morning, campers.
How's everybody? We can't tell us. That was a stupid question.
So we spent a spectacular evening in the van last night at a place called
Haven of Trees.
Haven of Trees. We found it on Park for Night.
Yeah.
It's in a perfect location for where we wanted to stop last night.
Yeah.
And it cost us only £10. Nice hot shower and safe
Clean
place
toilets,
to park.
safe place to park.
Also, what we're finding on this Park for Night app is that there are lots of places like that you can stay, just cost £10 a night, very, very cheap, and it stops you or saves you from having to worry about wild camping, which I know at the moment, especially in the UK, is quite a contentious subject.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. So I was expecting this to be really tricky, but with the field from last night and Haven of Trees, the night before, sorry, and Haven of Trees from last night, we're doing really well. And we're in Wales on the hottest weekend probably in the history of Wales.
Steaming!
It's going to be 28 degrees today, and I cannot overestimate how grateful I was for that shower last night.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a sticky, hot climb up the Brecon Beacons yesterday, and we all just needed a jolly good wash.
We're going to be looking for something similar tonight. We'll let you know how that gets on in a little while. But for now, we've got a hectic, busy day on our road trip around southern Wales. We're heading first of all to a waterfall, and then after that,
Castle.
and then after that,
Beach. We are ready. Come on then, little dude. We need a hat for you and something to carry you in.
Poor little dude. But it's Wales, Snoopy, you need sun cream.
So I just read, I think this walk is 3.5 miles, 2.5 hours, 2-hour walk.
We thought it was literally 10 minutes from the car park. So, slight change of plan. We better pack up a little bit more efficiently, put some sun cream on, be a bit more organised, really.
A lot more organised, lots of water.
Yeah, lots of water. Okay, I think we're ready.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Wow.
Unlike yesterday when we were walking up towards the diving board, today, first of all, we're walking downhill and it's a pretty steep downhill. So we've got that to look forward to when we come back. I'm not sure what's better. Is it better that we're walking downhill first, or is it better we walk uphill first? I don't know.
I don't know, but I think it's worth everybody knowing that we haven't had breakfast.
No, we haven't.
We are playing a dangerous game.
Yes, we are. What I like about this walk, especially on a day like today, Wales' hottest summer ever, hottest day ever, is that it's all in the shade, which is really great for Crusoe, and kind of okay for me too.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Us newbies with our olive skin.
Olive, definitely. Icy steps as well, lots of them.
How long have we been walking for?
10 minutes.
And what have we found?
I found the waterfall.
How many miles were we meant to have been walking?
It was supposed to be 2.5 miles.
Heavens.
No, 3.5 miles.
Well,
maybe we parked in a different car park. On the website, it definitely says 3.5 miles, 2.5-hour walk.
What they meant was 3.5 minutes, 250 metres.
Bit more than that.
Maybe they got their, whatchamacallits wronged up.
So what they say about this waterfall is it's best viewed after a massive downpour, which is probably most days in Wales. So coming to a place like this on a day like this, unfortunate. He's got hay fever.
Oh, that's very pretty, isn't it? It's rather delicate, I'd say.
Yeah, for a waterfall. Pretty neat. Love it. You know what this waterfall is like?
Tell me.
The one in Estonia.
Estonia?
Yeah, do you remember the one that just dribbles over the edge of the rock?
Oh, yeah.
It's like Estonia's highest waterfall.
The one above the beach with all the fossils.
Yeah, exactly. Really cool place, but it's just like you get there and it's like,
Where's all the water?
where's all the water? But like I said, apparently after a big rainstorm, this is just one solid sheet.
Lovely. Starting the climb. Not gonna lie, there's a hanger looming. What do you mean not already? It's nearly 10 o'clock, we haven't had breakfast.
So we have stopped off at Tesco's and fueled up, food in the tummy, feeling really, really fit and healthy, ready to go to a castle, which is just around the corner from here.
The castle that we're visiting is Carrick Castle, which was voted by the readers of Countryfile magazine as being the most romantic ruin in the UK. Oh. So it sits on top of a hill with apparently incredible views out over the River Kennan. It was believed to have been built by Edward I's Baron, I think it was, in the 13th century.
Oh, it's pretty old then.
Isn't it? And yeah, let's go and should we go and have a snog at the castle, darling?
A snog at the castle. Alright then.
The article I was reading about this castle spoke about the moment you first see it. That is a really cool moment. It's literally perched up on a massive hill as you're coming, and you keep glimpsing it through gaps in the hedge. And it really does feel really remote and wild here, and it kind of feels like it's your own little discovery. You've just stumbled upon this place all on your own. Obviously we haven't, but it's a really cool part of Wales. I'm really glad we came here, love.
Yeah, good. I'm excited about this one.
Me too. It looks great.
It does. It looks a long way up though.
All right, we'll manage.
We'll manage. Well, my darling, I can feel the romance brewing already.
Oh, can you, my love?
I can.
Oh dear. What are we going to do about it?
Shh.
Truly spectacular views, aren't they? I feel like we've seen a lot of Wales from up high.
Yeah, me too.
Just in 2 days.
There's the castle. We're nearly there.
Wow. How is that for a view?
I don't know, darling. It looks like a pretty spectacular view.
It is.
I'd say it's a very romantic view. God, that was a bit reluctant, wasn't it? Hang on, let me do my hair. We'll try again.
Ooh, the hair.
That's better. Darling,
Yeah.
I found a more romantic place.
Ooh.
This is surely a more romantic place, darling.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think we got the last place wrong. And I've done my hair this time.
Oh, aren't I lucky?
Yeah.
And look at that view. Wow.
Come on then.
Oh, who could resist?
My darling, I think this one's more romantic.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Look, because the window is nicely shaped.
I think they used to shoot from that, darling.
Yeah, like Cupid.
Yes. So full of nonsense.
Brilliant. He always gets it on that. I was wrong, darling.
What's up?
This is the most romantic place.
Oh God, help me.
The chapel.
Ooh, fancy. No, I think we had the last one with better love.
What?
Where's the view?
There's no view. This is the altar.
Uh-huh.
This is where the sacrifices were made.
Very romantic.
Anyway, that's probably enough of that. Carrick Castle was completely charming, and we loved ambling around the ruins, discovering all of the romantic corners. But tear ourselves away we must, because our road trip is far from over. Join us next week as we head for the coast and bask in even more sunshine along one of the UK's most beautiful coastlines. We're on our way to Pembrokeshire. As always, it means the world to have you tuning into our family's adventures, and we'd so appreciate it if you could help us grow by hitting that subscribe button, leaving us a comment, and why not tell your friends? We'd love to have them along for the ride too.